teasy. All right, folks, welcome back to another episode of Easy Teasy. On today's episode, we're going to be giving you a full comprehensive review on the 2020 Kawasaki Z650. So there's a few things I want to go over on this bike. There's a few new design features that Kawasaki upgraded on the 2020 model year. One of them being this new paint design where they have the metallic in the paint. I don't know if the GoPro will pick it up, but they do have a new silvery-ish black paint with the metallic chips in there. They also did update the look a little bit. They gave it a little bit more aggressive of a look, and they gave it these cowl up here on the front headlights. They switched the headlights to the LED headlights now, so that is a much brighter ride now for when you're cruising down the back roads at nighttime. They did also update the display on here as well. There's a new Bluetooth display with a Kawasaki Rideology app where you could actually go in here and you could change a whole bunch of settings and whatnot. Anything from oil change maintenance to the background color on the bike here. You could also change, oh, I just changed something there. You could also go in and change the backlight on here. Right now I have it as a black setting. You can go ahead and change it to white if you would like. I just like the black because the whole bike is black. It just kind of makes it stand out and a lot more put together then. The TFT display is a 4.3 inch display, so it makes it really nice and easy for you to see everything. They got an odometer, they got a range, they got temperature gauge, a few other things on there that you could change and sort through yourself. They also did upgrade the tires on the 2020 model year. On these tires, they're now working with Dunlop, the Sport Max Road Sport 2. These are a grippier tire than in previous model years, so you can go ahead and lean your knee down almost all the way to the peg slide or the sliders here. Mine actually broke off. Someone backed into my bike last week, so my peg broke, my brand new Yoshimura exhaust got messed up, and my frame sliders got dinged up a little, but that's what they're there for. So they also did do a reasonable price hike on the 2020 model year. It did go up a couple $100 this year. I believe the out the door or the sticker price on it was $72.50 USD. A few other things that they upgraded, or a few other things that I like about this bike, rather, not really upgrades necessarily, is the ergonomics. When you sit on this bike, you don't really feel like your feet are too far pushed back at all. They feel pretty much right up underneath you. I'm a pretty, I guess I'm a smaller than average human. I'm 5'8". I am heavier than the average human, sitting just over 200 pounds, and this bike is very comfortable for me. I don't really have any comfort issues at all. I did upgrade the pegs from the stock ones just so I get a little bit more grip with these metal grips here for my pegs, which I do like that a lot more. A few other upgrades I did on this bike is, of course, the exhaust. You can't have a motorcycle looking like this and being a block down the road, not even be able to hear it come up. So I did upgrade it to the new Yoshimura full system Alpha racing exhaust. This exhaust does sound great. You do have to go through and get a tune or flash your ECU, or if you want to get a fuel controller, you do have to do that if you want to put this full system on your bike. Taking all the plastics, you got to even take everything off on this bike, all the fairings, take off the gas tank to get up underneath the gas tank, because the ECU is right underneath the tank. It's not too much of a process to get to. Pretty much anyone with some mechanical experience should be able to do it. I did it all myself. It took me just about an hour or so, maybe a little bit more than an hour. A couple YouTube videos on what to do, and the ECU was out, sent it off, got it flashed, and I got my ECU back within a week, and I was back on my bike again. Another upgrade that I did here was the clutch and the brake lever here. You got these adjustable settings here, so you can make it a little bit closer, a little bit further away, depending on however you like to ride. I personally like my front brake to be a little bit closer. That way, if I need to get to it, I can. I like my clutch being a little bit further just because that's how I have my clutch setting set up. It does work perfect for me that way. I did also throw on this rear seat bag underneath this bike. They don't really give you much room to store anything, maybe just a tiny little tool kit aside from the one they give you, but did throw this on. It makes it easy to pack up your lunch and bring it to work with you every day. I use this bike as a daily commuter. I have had it for 3,000 miles now, actually. On the odometer here we have 3,090 miles. I did not purchase this bike brand new. I did purchase this motorcycle with 700 miles, just under 700 miles. This is actually my second 2020 Kawasaki Z650 though. I did have one last year in July. I purchased it July of 2020, and I was actually hit on my way to work and totaled my motorcycle in a hit and run accident. So I did have a few months, about 6 months or so, to go over, decide what kind of bike I was going to get, what I liked, and my decision came to this same exact bike. I liked it so much. A lot of people that have been riding for many years, they'll say that this bike is underpowered, which I can somewhat agree with. This bike is relatively underpowered to its competitors in its class, such as the MT-07 or the FZ-07. It is a little underpowered compared to those, or maybe the SV650. So I mean, I've been riding for 10 plus years, and this bike has all the power you really need. It does well over 100 miles per hour. It does not get to 100 miles per hour in under 4 seconds, but I mean, it's not a leader bike. It's a naked bike with a lot of torque, and it looks good. So on this bike, I like to just go cruise around, do the regular stuff, the occasional wheelie here and there, occasional, and just rip around. This is a fun bike to rip around on. Another thing I actually did on here I forgot to mention was I did do a tidy tail kit. Previously the stock fender comes down to about here, so it was very ugly looking. So we did have to upgrade the rear fender with that tidy tail. It looks much better. We got some tank grips here, so when you're pulling up those dank wheelies, you got a little bit extra grip with your thighs, so you kind of hold on to the bike a little better. And then a little tank pad here just so you don't scratch up the gas tank, and all of that pretty beautiful paint that Kawasaki decided to add on this year. I did get the ABS model. With the ABS model, I don't know exactly how large these calipers are, but I do know that they are awesome. Unfortunately, I did have to use the ABS unexpectedly one time, and I mean, I'd hate to say it, but it potentially saved my life. I mean, I'd like to think that I am always paying attention while I'm riding, but at the same time, accidents do happen, and that's why that ABS is there. So this is my comprehensive review on the 2020 Kawasaki Z650. If you guys do want to see any other bikes or any other reviews on this bike about this one, please go ahead, comment down below and tell me what you think about it. Thanks.
I had to stop and say what's up. That was a cool wheelie. And I said, oh cool, thanks man. So he is currently not a subscriber, but he did just say that he's going to go ahead and subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, and he's going to be following along on the channel now going forward. So get my name out there, guys. Easy teasy, like the channel, and if you guys are along to the ride, you're going to be seeing some pretty badass videos on this 2020 Kawasaki Z650. So until next time, guys, thanks for watching and have a great day.